Today, actually, I went and got a new, however you pronounce this, from Harbor Freight sander. Went down to our local Harbor Freight and picked up this sander. I actually passed around the idea of getting a Black & Decker off of Amazon, but we wasn't exactly sure, and I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to go ahead after I went in Harbor Freight 3 times, 3 different days, and couldn't decide if I was going to get a sander or not. I can't get it out, but anyway, couldn't decide if I was going to get a sander or not. Well, when it came down to it, I finally just like, you know what, I ain't waiting, I'm just going to grab the sander and get it out the door. So I got this new sander. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to be as good as my old Black & Decker one that I did have. The old Walmart special. I don't know if it's going to be as good or not. Ooh. I got one sand disc of 80 grit. I got one 80 grit sand piece. Ready to sand. Max 5, 4, 3, 2. It's got all the sanding speeds. I think I can sand a whole lot. Well, I think I can sand a whole truck with just this one, maybe. I don't need no owner's manual. Don't need it. Don't need that either. Probably should keep this just in case the old Harbor Freight lets me down and I have to take it back. Yeah. Anyway, so I got this so I can start sanding on the S10, start knocking out the bodywork and everything else. Also, passing around the idea of taking the four-wheel drive and putting it in the Christmas parade. Not exactly sure yet. I actually worked that Saturday of the Christmas parade, which is December 11th. Sadly, I worked that day. I mean, it would be okay. I get off in time to be able to go, so it will be perfectly fine. I'm just going to set this right here. Which should be perfectly fine, getting off and coming here, rushing, getting the truck, and taking it to the Christmas parade. I'll have it ready by Thursday, ready to rock and roll for the Christmas parade. So I ain't too worried about that. But my plan is to use that sander to sand this truck, get all the fiberglass sanded down, filled, and get it primered and out of the garage so I can get the bed in here. So hopefully this camera works out so I can film myself doing this for you guys to see. And if you guys think we should decorate for Christmas, let me know. I know I do need some more lighting. Like this over here is an extreme dark spot. Behind you guys is an extreme dark spot. Over there in that corner is an extreme dark spot. So I do understand that. Alright, so far it's doing what a sander does. I mean, it sands. So it's not doing too bad of a job. It's actually sanding it pretty well. Let's go ahead and get started on this side. And let's get this sanded down to where it's somewhat smooth so I can feel it. So here we go. So I'm definitely getting it knocked out. It's definitely nice and smooth now. I definitely still have to fill though. It's gonna take a while, so bear with me guys. It's actually like 20 degrees outside and I don't have a fire going, so I'm gonna call it a night. I'll be back up here in the morning to finish this. I'm just not a fan of freezing to death, so yeah. Alright guys, so it's a little bit warmer today, but not really, but I do have the shop warmed up, so kind of more willing to work. I'm actually grabbing some more junk wood to throw up there, some tree limbs that fell that I chopped down. So, but I got a fire going, so it's gonna be warmer in there working on this truck. So I'm gonna get a little bit more sanded down and possibly get the doors hung, both doors. So I'll catch up with you when I'm inside. All right, so this time I actually got it all sanded down and it is ready for filler. It's pretty well smooth. There's a few spots like that need to be fixed, but it's pretty much ready for filler. So I'm gonna get that knocked out real quick. You can tell I actually got all that sanded down. But once I filler it, I will just hand sand it probably from there and call it good. You guys ain't gonna see much of that anyway. Can't even see it now in the video. So the thing is gonna hurt too much. So once I get all that done, I'm gonna lay primer on and get it wrapped up and get the doors put on and then get wrapped in a tarp and it's going outside. Well, I got most of the, bondo, most of the filler in where I think I need it. I already sanded most of it down, except for this side. The other side I've actually already sanded down and it's pretty much ready for primer. I got a few more spots I gotta touch up and sand down, but I got that pretty much knocked out. It's not as smooth as I like it. I know from when we were sanding this corner right here, not sanding, when we was welding this cab corner in, it did warp the lower metal a little bit, but like I said, this isn't going to be a show truck. It will just be a truck to have some fun with. It'd be a fun driver pretty much to sit back and enjoy and drive around. It may go to some shows, but then again, it may not go to many shows, but it will. Alright guys, so I tried filming a little bit yesterday. You see how that turned out. It didn't turn out very well. The camera kept dying. The sander kept fuzzing out. I just can't win for losing. But anyway, I got a lot of the bodywork knocked out. And it actually turned out very well. I started to sand this cab corner down a little bit. Everybody's probably saying I'm using too much mud, but in my opinion, this is probably just the right amount, to be honest with you. But I got this sanded down. I got to get a little bit more touched up right there, but other than that, I got it pretty well sanded down, ready for the doors to go on and all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my little sanding that I got left to do. And once I do that, I am going to just do a quick rattle can primer over it and get it knocked out. Maybe this weekend, I got to work this Saturday like I said. Maybe this weekend I'll make a trip up to Zacateco's. You never know. I say Zacateco this, Zacateco that, and sometimes it doesn't even happen, but it's okay. Or I just forget to film. But I am going to go up there and get the motor mounts for the small block for the S10 and possibly a set of headers. Now the plan for the S10 is, well, since Blue's motor, after building her and barely putting 500 miles on her, something let loose inside the motor and we are not sure what let loose. So we will be pulling, sorry guys, my nose is running. It's not cold in here because I do have a fire going. It's not too bad. But the plan is we will pull the motor and transmission out of Blue. The transmission that is in Blue will be going in the S10. But the transmission that is in Blue is just a turbo 350 with a, I want to say it's a street and strip B&M internal turbo 350. It's nothing special. The problem is it doesn't have a kickdown cable, so it is basically manual valve body. So it will be going behind the 305 in the S10, and the plan is once I get another motor built for Blue, whether it's the LS or it's another 350 with a Vortec bottom end, roller internals, who knows. Right now it's just a flat tappet with Vortec top end that's been carbureted, but depending on whatever motor goes in Blue depends on the trans pretty much. I know I do want to get rid of this 10 bolt, and I do want to do some custom stuff to it. I want to get it lower because as if that's not low enough for a full size. I want it to where it's adjustable, so it's probably going to either be bagged or an adjustable air ride. Same way with this. I don't know if it's going to be bagged or adjustable air ride. I kind of want to do a pro touring setup with this truck, but I'm not exactly sure. So we shall see how this goes. But I'm going to go ahead and knock out the bodywork on this, guys. So I'll get back with you as soon as I get back to the bodywork, I guess. As soon as I get done with the bodywork, I'll get back to you before I primer it. How about that? Alright guys, so I got the rockers all sanded down. I got all the bodywork pretty well knocked out. It turned out pretty alright. It's not the best, but like I said, for a weekend warrior or toy, this will work. For being primered and being cheaply bodyworked and doing a quick job, the cab corners and rockers are honestly better than what I could ask for, to be honest with you. I say quick job, and it took me almost a week to do them. But in reality, for some places, that's probably not bad. You can't see the side because it's too dark over here, but this cab corner probably turned out the best. Rocker, not so much. But yeah, the passenger side cab corner turned out the best. Driver side rocker turned out way better. But we got that knocked out. Now I'm going to try to get that door on by myself. This is a one-man team around here right now. There is going to be a big update for the JTB'Z automotive channel. Name is going to be changing to All Altitudes, being that is our car club name. Now, we will be producing stickers here pretty soon, but it will be strictly for car club members only as of right then. But I will be getting these doors knocked out real quick. If you want to watch, it's going to be pretty interesting. Like that, the door panels are I can't believe how easy this door shuts. I mean, even with the pinch of a finger, it shuts mint. So that guys tells you that right there, guys, tells you that we got this pretty well lined up. There's a little bit more of a gap there than there is up here, but I am perfectly fine with that for a weekend basher. I'm not asking more than that. It's a thinner gap down here. It gets humongous as we go up. It's also because there's no door seals on here. I'm sure once we get door seals on here, this door will shut even better. But show you guys that the body line does line up and is good, and so is that one. I don't know if you guys can see any bit of this, but the body lines do line up perfectly fine. Now, I'm not going to put the driver door on right now because, for one, it's dark outside. Two, it's freezing cold outside still at 20 degrees. So that will be a thing that I will knock out tomorrow. As of right now, I'm just going to pick up all this sandpaper and get it all put away and get the tools put away as well. So next video, you guys will see us probably pushing this out, maybe putting the door on, maybe getting the bed in the garage. But I think that's going to end it for this video. I mean, there's about a week's worth of content that I'm going to have to chop up, mix up, try to make a video of it, and it's not going to make a bit of sense. And everybody's going to hate it like all my other videos. But I don't care. So, what are you doing over here? Huh? What are you doing? Is it pretty? Is it pretty?
Yeah, it's pretty. Go away. You see my circle where my rock was. It didn't turn out
rock?
pretty. Yep.
Right there. Is that your rock?
That's my pet rock. Eyeballs haven't been drawn on there yet. I'll be like Patrick off of SpongeBob.
Oh my god.
The pet rock. And it wins the race.
The stuff I gotta deal with while I'm trying to work on my truck. She's over here stealing my paint and stealing excess body parts that I don't need. In reality, she's not stealing anything, but...
Can you,
Pretty sure it's like, subscribe. You know what? I'm just tired of saying this. Do whatever you want, because, I mean, you're your own person.